Oh, motherfucker. Oops. All right. What's the market doing? Interesting. Oh, there was a few guys. All right. Oh, man. Hey. So I don't know what language that is. Maybe Chinese. I'm not sure. I always wonder how people with poor handwriting in China get along. It must be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they do it. All right. So a few of you coming in. Can I get a mic check? Hey, CN Salazar. You gave me some interesting stuff. Appreciate you being here. You guys hear me all right? Hopefully that's not too loud. Yeah, hear me good? Okay, hear me just fine, I should say. Jesus, it's English. No, let's try and get maybe 5, 6 more online. Give them a minute to start to get caught up here. Oh, we'll leave that on. Oh, there we go. There's a bunch of you. All right. Okay, so let's give it a little more. That's another minute or two. It's just a couple of minutes past. We start about 5 after. Yeah, the markets should be interesting today, right? Certainly there's no mystery about what's about to happen. I guess the variables will be the press conference afterwards. I'm just kind of teeing up our first one here. So, just looking here. All right, let's get 3, 4. Oh, try and get a couple more on here. All right, we'll start in 2 minutes at exactly 5 after. At 11:35. Let me get my lineup. I got a good lineup for. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's weird. Okay, wait, I gotta get over here. Submit charts. Oh, there come a few more of you guys. All right, yeah, fingers crossed. What? Something weird with. Sometimes I get my full handle in Discord, and then every now and then in certain channels it will abbreviate it, so it can't fit it in. It's just weird. All right, guys, another minute. We'll get it rolling here. I know most people, watch after the fact here. This could be not a whole lot of positioning going into the Fed, so it should be quiet, but give us plenty of time to look through these charts and get positioned for any post-Fed move. I would be surprised if it was a dramatic sell-off, but... And of course, the market is always full of surprises. There's a few more you guys coming on. All right, let's give. Oh, there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and start it up. All right, so everybody's disclaim. Educational purposes only, as we like to say. So let me get rid of this. All right, guys. Morning, midday, I guess, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. All right, so I got a nice lineup here. I appreciate all the guys that posted here. I had to nudge a little bit, as I often do on Wednesday mornings, but boy, they came through. So we've got a good lineup here, a good spread between traditional assets. We got some equities in here. It looks like a good amount of crypto here. So first off, CN Salazar, always generous with the posts. Whenever I ask, he always comes through. I always appreciate that. So looking here, this is a 4-hour on Alaska Air. Let's get this so you guys can hear me, but just to get perspective, right? So, anytime you bring up a chart, particularly if it's an equity asset, I am always inclined to get to the daily, just to get a bigger picture view of it here. So let's do that. Okay, well, so first thing I would look for, right? Always, right? The first thing I'm going to check for is, how technical are we? Oh, something happened. YouTube is not receiving. Uh-oh, something just happened. I'm getting an error message. Can you guys still seeing it right? I just got a big error message, but it looks like you guys are getting it. So, fuck, I don't know what that is. Let's see, do you guys see this if I bring this down? No, you won't see it. Big error message. All right, let me know if if you guys can't see it, because it's just some sort of weird message just came through from. Yeah, still see. Okay, right. So we got a big yellow error message just came through the streaming shit. That's always a mess. All right, so a little sloppy down here. Right? So it looks like we've got wicks going through down here. So yeah, I mean that's. All right, so that's not what you'd prefer to see, for a bull here, but it's not hard to look here and think, gosh, what do you think was happening there? Maybe a little liquidity grab, and then now you can start to piece this together. So the other thing I started to look for is saying, okay, well, if it's breaking, is there a reason I can identify as to why it's breaking? Well, this is interesting, right? So it shouldn't be surprising. Swing. Golden zone. It looks actually like it went through by a tick or two here. So a little extreme here. Now we open this up, and here, let me bring this down. We put our Elliott hats on. It's pretty clear to see. Oh, looks like we've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that comes down and finishes this with the kicker in the fifth. Looks like it's a liquidity grab, right? Now what? So it's always easy to say that after the fact, right? Like oh, duh, oh, liquidity grab. Well. Okay, but we can piece the clues together here, right? So we know a 5 starts and ends, right? So we either are in this case, looks like looks like a zigzag there, really. It looks like a 5 complex 3 into a 5, right? So something ends here. Now, what comes off of it? So we got 5, 3, 5, 5. So I don't think that's, you're rationalizing, oh shit, bro, you broke the golden zone. Well, shit, golden zones break all the time. It's just when they hold, we have more conviction in the trade. So it looks like this got denied on both sides. I'm just curious to go out to the daily here. Yeah, that's the full range here. Now looking there, see, and the one thing I did do, I know you use this, right? It's I find that this is the Sonar Labs, the free indicator. It's better than nothing, right? And of course, you can always draw them yourself. But I find this to be just a little bit, sometimes just too much. So I know you're using it, right? And it has value, but I just put their paid version on, right? Just to kind of streamline a little bit here, and I put it in focus mode so we don't get like gazillion boxes here. So that's. Not disrespecting your TA here at all, but let's come back here and then take a look. Okay, so it's probably a WXY here, so something, right? Doesn't look like you've got a clean impulse here. I don't know that it would matter. But this 3 here, looks like you can get a 1 WXY. Would be my inclination there. I don't know how much it matters here, because we is there any question whether that's impulsive? That's a pretty good looking rip that we come up to. So let's go all the way up here. The 4 was good. So now this is just basically standard Elliott, right? I mean, we got a 5, so we've got a candidate, right? It's nothing more, right? We've got a candidate for a 1. Would that make sense as a 1? Well, if this is all complete and the final sweep being just these are literally called liquidity, right? Sell side liquidity, right? Was there any question about what was happening down there? Right? I mean, I know after the fact. So this is a pretty abrupt correction. So up, down, boy, that's harsh, right? And look at this. Look at the volume here. It's just brutal, right? For bulls. right? So it's always kind of, there's always a story being told here, right? The price action gives us plenty to work with here. So, I mean, this is pretty classic. You can see what happened here. Okay, so we swing. Now here, okay, we got a big imbalance here. If it was going to blow through that, it would have had to gone quickly for this to continue in this trend. This is just like, okay, if we're not going to clear that and we start to come down, boy, I wouldn't want to be long right there. That is not a location where you'd be thinking, oh, there's that, oh, you know, that Trade Devil guy talks about that. Oh, maybe I get that. Maybe I can get that. No, you got, it's context is always, right, what rules. And the story is pretty clear here. So we've got this supply zone now sitting here. We've got, this is the real tell. Now let me go back to what he gave me, which is a 4-hour. This is what he posted, right? So we see this imbalance here. I mean, this is just textbook. You know, there's a both. This is, how do I want to say this? So we have a combination of Elliott craft in here, right? As we identify an impulse, and then we have some market structure. So here's the first, right? So this, okay, right? This is just literally as drop dead simple as it can be. Okay, so we get an impulsive move here. So this is a series of this. It's a little choppy here, but then we start to go higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low, higher, right? And the trend just continues. Now right here, like, hey, change of character, right? Something changed here, right? That little process. Now, one thing that Sonar has added, which makes sense, right? We have this now in our indicator of we have this similar type of a setup. An indicator on Ninja. When we're pushing here, right? So we're doing break of structure. Now, if we're going to go up here, we have to have little micro breaks of structure to get up here to this. So you see that's what they're identifying there is these IBOS, right? Those are breaks of structure, but they're the internal breaks of structure. So when we come down here, this is a hard change of character because this is, so you can look at this and think, oh, okay, well, so was this a liquidity grab? Yes, it was, right? For scalpers, there's a trade there. Oh, shit, right? What did we move here from 51 to 54? And, you know, there's a scalp there, you know, depending on how you define a scalp. But when we change here, this should be alerting you. That's the heads up. So whether you're thinking of this in Elliott context, going, oh, if this is going to be a 5, well, I'm looking for a B, A, B, C, right? That's like after this, you're looking for that. It's not like, oh my God, this is shocking. We've had a 5 followed by a 3. You're literally sitting here. Oh my God, if you're tracking this, am I going to get a textbook like right? You can't script this any better. Am I going to get that? If you're right now, we're not going to get the golden zone every time, right? We like the golden zone because of the lower risk, right? So the distance to your stop is shorter, right? The distance to the target is further, right? Thus the attraction of the golden zone. But 50s are a whole lot of 50s get played. So here we come back into the B. Oh God, you got nothing really to help me there. Well, do we need any momentum? Let's go in there and look. Okay, so here's the big imbalance right here. I would actually carry that up further. I don't know why they don't. There's our B. Not the prettiest 3. Let's go to a 60. See if we really got a clear 3 in there. You'd probably have to squish that a little bit. It's less about how good that is, and the location. Here's another fair value gap right here. It's not clearly drawn, but it's right there, right? It's a little faded here. I'd have to just punch that up in the indicator. I won't take the time to do that. So here we come. Oh, we're in the spot, right? This is where you're looking for it. So, all right, this is the type of trade where you go, okay, yeah, maybe it's a little scary. Well, let's put the whole together, right? So if you're a bull, right? What are you thinking here? Right? Do you see how it's just nonstop, right? This is how the market moves, right? It's all algo driven, right? We all know that now, right? What was 96.7% of all the trading is done by software? It's not like the guys at Goldman Sachs are sitting there going, I'm going to run those stops, right? That is long gone, long over. It's all done by software now. And what is the software doing? It's looking for liquidity. Where do we see a little liquidity here? I mean, it's just a big liquidity heat-seeking missile, right? So here, right, there's the liquidity right there. And then we have the imbalance. So we as traders, God knows how many, you've heard me say this many times, we're never going to know what all these algos are doing. But there are a few that are just logical. We can understand, right? If they want to move size, right? So, institution, banks, whales, call them what you will. Right? If they want to move size, they can't just drop a market order in there at the size that they're trading. They got to be strategic about how they do it. So they're looking for locations where they're likely going to be stops. Do you think there were some stops there? Probably. Let's go back to the 4 hour here. You think there's some stops up there in that fair value gap? And then we have the imbalance, right? So what's the imbalance? It just means the market was moving so fast, there was nobody on the bid there that just got overwhelmed. So when we come back to it, that's the entire theory behind an order block. That's it, right? It gets... I just did a video on this talking about, the magic boxes, right? They're not magic boxes. It's not like you sell it because there's a box there. It's got to be, well, some people do, but wouldn't you want to understand, like, why would there be orders there? Why would I be anticipating there'd be unfilled orders there? Well, okay, so we as eliticians can look here and say, okay, well, we got a 5, now we're looking for a 3. But if you're applying a little order flow analysis or market structure or whatever you want to call it, boy, this just makes perfect sense. Like, oh my God, they couldn't get all the sell orders filled there. So if they wanted to sell 2,000 here or whatever, I'm thinking lots, right? Depending on what the size they would sell of a block of this equity, if they want to sell it, well, they may not get all of it filled in that imbalance. We're just craters. So when we come back to it, that's the thinking. That's the theory, and then the logic behind it, right? You have to understand it. It can't just be, as I said, you can't just sell it because there's a magic box there. Does it make sense here that there'd be some unfilled orders here? Well, boy, and didn't get them all filled back. Oh, maybe we can get the rest of them. Oh my God, look what comes off of it. Do you think they got paid? Did they get paid there? Here, right? Somebody bought it right there. What are they thinking? Are they thinking? Or are they just like, God, the market's really going up. A little retrace, let's buy it. Right? I mean, these are the little tells, and what gives us an advantage as we analyze from, okay, is it impulsive? Okay, now we add a little market structure order flow analysis here, right? We don't want to ignore this, right? It's the other thing we have to understand now, market structure has become, it's so popular now and being traded by so many people that you have to anticipate that now market makers, whales, etc., they can hunt. Now we have a whole new pattern called a smart money trap, right? So we're all the new, like, oh man, look, magic box, right? Where all these people are getting, they're getting taken advantage of, right? Because this is now well known. Oh God, we got the smart money, which is complete bullshit in the first place, right? It's all just marketing. It's okay. Shit, I'm off on a rant. Okay, so as we come down here now, look right. So you might have been thinking, oh shit, we held here. Now when we come back to it, totally obliterated, right? We just obliterate this. Even if you were trying to put an order block, or the idea here is this an order block? Yeah, that's an order block. Last down before we go up. Right, in the same thinking, right? They can't just buy the market, so they have to accumulate. Up we go. Come down, reaction, no new high. That's the big tell. Oh, if this is going to carry on, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, high high. No, failure swing, right? Every swing, every pivot has a job to do. Give me a new high. Retrace. Okay, if you're going to hold, if this trend is going to continue, right, you got to give me a new high. Not only she had 2 swings at this, which makes it all the sweeter. Like, oh, fuck, I missed it. Oh, God, oh my God, it's coming back. Right? You can take it again. Once this breaks, lights out. Where do we fall to, right? Now, look what we do here, right? Do you see how technical the market is? We go from a 50 to a 50. Now, does it look like we're done here? I mean, of course we could be. But wouldn't you anticipate, right, just as CN Salazar has this teed up? Oh my God, look, we're going to come in here. So here's the trade. He's already teed it up for you. So here's just a beautiful, let's go all the way. I'd go all the way to that supply up here. CN, why not? Now look at all of this, right? So, well, I'd kind of be curious about open interest as well here. Likely this is longs just getting obliterated, right? They're just getting crushed. So if we can come down, finish the 5, right? Remember, we start and end, right? So if we can go, we're looking for a 3 here, but we're looking for it to end with 5, right? So 5 up, A, B, 5 down. What's next? What would you anticipate? We don't nobody knows what's next. But as Elliottians here, if you got your Elliott Wave hat on, what are you anticipating? 5. Right? So the labeling here is pretty clear. Are we going to get that? Well, nobody knows we're going to get that. But here's what I wouldn't do. Right here, anticipate this. Could that happen? Of course it could. I mean, but this is the trade right here, right? There's no certainty, right? All we get is probabilities. So if we're not here yet, if we react. Now note, we got a little demand zone here. That's the last little push before we go up here. If we come down and tag this, okay, what do I know is going to happen right here? I don't even have to wonder. Or what I know is going to happen here. An algo is going to fire. Doesn't mean it can't break, of course. We can go to 0. Anything's possible, but you know it's going to fire there. So if it were to come back down here, maybe another chance. Uh-oh, what happened there? Okay, there we go. If we're coming back down here, okay, where's your stop? Right? He's going a little. He looks like he's going 707, maybe something like that. You got an order block down here. Now that can be a target down here to launch that demand. So I'd be watching right here. If you roll here and you start coming down, you would. I'll tell you what, CN, I'd do it this way. I would do it right here, and I would keep this tight on the front end. Because if we pivot here, the anticipation is the 5 is in. We'd be down on a smaller time frame. If we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we come for the 5, can I dig 5 out of there? If so, and I get 5 off the launch, right? If I get that 5 launch, you could really trade this twice. You could trade the reaction if you're comfortable with that. Just looking for the algo reaction, and it will react there, barring any surprise information. And then you could trade it again here, right? You got the 1. Now you got a second chance at it at the 2. Stop below the pivot. Because, well, think about it. If they run this, well, the analysis is incorrect. This ends up being the 4, and this ends up being the 5. So it's okay. If not that, then this. If not this, then that. So it's clear. It's not like, oh my God, I have no fucking idea what's going to happen here. If this comes down in 5 and then I go up in 5, I can play the odds there, which is all we ever do, right? Is play the odds, right? Is that going to hold? Well, nobody knows. Right? Everything in trading is always this is every trading decision. I don't care what degree is this. Is it going to hold? That's it. This is. See if I can do this, right? We get a range, and as everything is, every decision is, oh my God, is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? If it starts to go up, oh, is it going to break? That's it. This is in every decision we make is based off of that little criteria right there. Is it going to go external, or is it going to? Oh, geez, I screwed up the drawing. Is it going to go up? Right. That's it. Right. I don't care where you are on the chart. I don't care where you are. That's the decision. This is the essence of trading right there. Same thing going the other direction. Pick your location. Oh, retrace. Are we going up here or are we going down? Breaking here. Here's the zone, right? That's it. That's all we ever do. That's every decision we make in trading is based on that. Come here. Is based on that. Right? So we get this little box here. We break in the high, we break in the low. We break in the high, we break in the low. That's it. That's all trading is right there. That's it. You can distill it down to just that fact. Now, of course, we complicate the fuck out of that, but that's it. That's the essence of every decision. Oh my God, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes towards the low. Is it going to hold? So all the shit we do to try and analyze is it going to hold? That's it. Is it going to break the high? When we get up here, is it going to break or do we have a range? This is all trading is. At its essence. That's it. Zero more. Man, it's like, geez, when I'm on a rant on the first one, whew, pay attention to the clock here. CN set me up pretty nicely here. So, one for the radar. I don't think it's ripe yet. This is where you want to be. Right? You're just waiting. Okay, maybe we get a well, okay, where are the stops here? Maybe we get a little liquidity run here. 3, 4. Oh, we're looking for that. What's down here? You think there's any stops there? What is the sole purpose of the market? To facilitate trade. Where is it going to find liquidity to facilitate that trade? At every pivot. Pivot, pivot, pivot. Every one of these liquidity. Right? That's what liquidity, right? That's what's being drawn here. Oh, liquidity. Did they get it? What's down here? Stops. What's stop? Stops. That's liquidity. So when you think about this, what you'd like to see is the market sweep that liquidity, and then, okay, we got it. Do we have enough? All right, everybody, how are we doing? Do we have enough? We have enough? Okay, we can go now. Good one, CN. I haven't looked at that one in a while. Right? Just come on in. Come on in. It's nice and warm in here. You're going to find friendly buyers waiting for you down here. All right, good one. Okay, so he gave me a couple. What else did you give me? Chewy. I just got my delivery box from Chewy yesterday. Oh, shit. Where'd you put it? It's over here. All right, we use them for our dogs. Okay, so this is the first one you give me, Chewy. Okay, so here we go. Okay, I got an RSI heading down below 50, right? So when I look at the RSI, first thing I'm like, where's the 50? Where are we in relation to the 50? I would tell you 50 more important than the other numbers. All right, let's take a look here. Oh, this is mystery. Well, do we need Elliott Wave here? Well, I would propose to you, you don't ever need it. It's an assist, right? If it helps you, right? If you understand it, it's an advantage. If you don't understand it, don't use it. If it doesn't help you, right? If you aren't seeing the value. Now, is this obvious, Elliott? Well, it's interesting, right? You give me a 24-hour. That's all right. So, okay, if you were thinking Elliott Wave here, it doesn't look like it's quite done, does it? Right? So let's just label it up here. Just, again, I'm just doing it here. Let's see. Fuck, I don't know what I'm going to find here. Is this going to help me? Sure looks like that's 3. Right? 1, 2, 3. Because well, why do I say that? That's too big a 4. But well, let's just put it there for a second. Let's just for the possibility, right? This is okay. If you're bringing this chart up for the first time yourself, and you're gonna say, okay, well, let's do, all right. Can I get something out of this? Well, from here, I need an impulse. So the internal structure here looks like it's here. This looks like clear 4-ish kind of price action. Looks like I'd have to go here, and I'm finishing down here. But so it looks to me like I've got an ABC rather than a. Right, my first blush, is that the right word? First blush? First look. I don't know why blush occurs to me there. That looks like an ABC to me. Now, of course, I could be wrong. This rolls over. What are we going down here? So what are we doing? Okay, so what's he doing here? He's going 1, 2. Okay, so here's 3. So here's the 618. Hang on a second. So this is, I'm going to change it just because, so I'm just know what I'm looking at. Okay, so here's the wave 3, right? Good location, right? So he's spotting this up. I'm just adding the levels here for the those of you that are watching here that may not be familiar with all of this. Okay, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is classic 4, right? We just chop. We don't progress the trend. Down we go for the 5. Is that a C? Well, it's mighty deep, right? Certainly could be. Okay, well, if this is the C and we're ending with this 5, right? We start or we end. Do I get a 5 here? Well, here, just exactly as we were just talking about. Okay, is it going to hold? Are we going to go external, or are we going to get stuck in a range? Right? Looks like we're in a range, right? And just as I was, yeah. I mean, I'm going to hide this C. I know, right? For if you don't have anything, that those can be useful. Oh, let's take that off as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like a good, well, okay, looks like a good 5 to start, but that's a chop monster right there. Oh, fuck. What do we got there? All right, well, I guess I'd be inclined. So here's what I would not be doing, right? Again, feel free to disagree, right? I would not be trying to connect all of this. right? This looks like it's done. All right, I've got a completed impulse here, and I got a 5 that comes up. Now, it could be, right? I mean, again, nobody knows, right? All we're doing is just based off of experience and a little pattern recognition of, okay, well, what likely happened up here? I mean, these aren't, that's not rocket science, right? It's not hard to, oh, okay, remember, what's the goal of these algos? Where's the liquidity? Right? If they're going to trade size, where are they going to do it? Do you think maybe that's what happened right there? Now, so see, there's that first, and then you go, oh, okay, all right, the liquidity, right? I got that. Okay, so what else might be there? Well, let's start swing high to swing low. Is it there? Maybe not. Maybe I got to come to the 2. Well, I'd be curious to see if that's wicks, right? So that makes me think, and I don't even have to wonder what happened here. What happened here? Oh, let's use this here, right? You think that was a stop hunt? Somebody bought it there. I mean, somebody bought it there. Did they not have a full chart, right? Did they only have, did they not look left? Why would you buy that? Because you're, I don't want to say dumb. I would just say inexperienced. Why? See, I mean, immediately, right? It's rejected. Now, so hopefully you got out here and you didn't take much of a loss. I mean, there's nothing here to say, oh man, that thing is going to moon like a. It's not there, right? That again, okay, hindsight, right? I got you, right? But if you see this right here, are you anxious to buy that? I wouldn't be. All right, so let's finish it. Here, it looks like I got a. Oh, it looks like I can squeeze an impulse in here. Okay, well, does that make come here? Does that make sense if I go 1? Well, that looks like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like I can get a 5 here. So this looks like a kind of an ugly ABC, right? We can try and simplify it, something along those lines. Okay. Get out of there. All right, 1, 2. It's a little. Oh, I'd do it here. All right, so it's a little sloppy, right? Wicks are getting through. So when you see that, of course, we know, right? God, I'd like to think anyone watching here, and if you're new to this, pick any video I've done over the last 5 years. You'll see this repeated hundreds of times. Why is it going through? Right? If it's breaking, so well, look at it this way. If it's just breaking by wicks, again, why? Should be pretty obvious. Same reason we did it up here, right? Do you think this is liquidity grab down here? Look. What? Is that hard to figure out? No, I know. Now again, I know, right? You're right here. You're going, fuck, what's going on here? I thought this was going to be 1, 2, A, B. We were going to go. Wait, that's something. What? Okay. What's happening here? We're just in a range, right? So here's a clear, like impossible to miss. See if I can get 1, 2, 3. Lift up. It's kind of sloppy, but you probably got a 5 here. It doesn't look corrective here. Okay, so where are we right now? Look at CN Salazar just teeing this up here. Now I'm giving you all the commentary to go through. It's just so you learn, right, how to look. What's the context? Okay, so what would we be thinking here? We'd be thinking 1, 2. I got to put them up here. You got to put them somewhere. Oh, hell, that'll work. Okay, so let's go 1. All right, so now if that's the case here, okay, well, if this is 1, 2, and I'm just going to have a fatter, wider, it's just taking more time for whatever reason. I mean, this is covering quite a bit of time, right? This is essentially a daily. If this is an A, B, flat, whatever, 5, 3, 5, simplifying, right? I'm not going to break down every little swing of it. We don't need to. Okay, if I finish here and I can see the evidence of the liquidity grab and I get a big, look at the volume, right? I get that, and now I've dropped into the golden zone. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean, okay, I gotta just buy it at the market here. Let's see what we're doing there. You want to see a little reaction, right? All you need is a reaction. Because if you get the little look here. if you get the, hang on. If I get this little reaction here, is that enough? Well, I'd be a little tenuous there because I've got I've got a potential imbalance here. So I'd like to see it come back through that. Come here. I'd like to see it get on the other side of that, right? So because, again, same thinking here. Are there unfilled orders here? I mean, I'd want to see this, right? A little bit more. Now, it's not unreasonable to do something aggressive here in smaller size as he's kind of teed up for you. It's not unreasonable to do this right here. I don't know that I'd give it that much on the first run. Because if it breaks, okay, I'd rather take the small loser and say, okay, wait a minute. I know there's an algo likely to fire there. So if it's breaking, why? Why is it breaking? Okay, I'd start to look, okay, is there something here? Remember, always an algo on the other side. Always. Don't ever, it's easy to forget that because you get your bias and you're like, oh, fuck, this thing's going to rip. You forget there's always one on the other side. Always one on the other side, unless you're at new highs, right? And then they'll manufacture one. Okay, so swing. All right, what are you thinking here, right? This is not complicated. Is this WX? No. Maybe a flat, right? So we get something like this. Oh, let's get you out of here. Oh, what have we not used here? Let's go to green. Okay, so candidate. 3 looks like a 5. Let's get in there a little bit. What's the worst case here? You're going to take less than $1 loss? Boy, if you can't stomach that, this is not the right business for you. Looks like it's finishing in a 5 here, doesn't it? I mean, if I'm fuck, no, I never get it on first click. Well, it looks like that's the finish. We're close, right? It's pretty damn close to being done there. Oh, here we'll go yellow. I can see a 5 that comes down here. This looks 3. It's not the cleanest flat, but that would fly, right? I would take a runner on that. But so if you back it up a little bit and say, okay, do I want to nibble here? I certainly don't want to go full load here. Whatever I allocate to here, I want to see a little. I want to see it. Okay, come on up. Let's clear. I got multiple imbalances here, so you got to clear through that. On the same theory we were talking about before. Oh shit, are there unfilled orders there? Okay, well if I'm going to start here, right? So there's your second one, right here. You gotta give that a little more room because the premise is that that low is going to hold. Right, here we are back where I started. Right, every decision, is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? Holy no, it didn't hold. Oh, is it going to hold? Is it going to go? Is it going to go external? Oh. That's it. That's all trading is ever. There is no moment in time in any chart anywhere where that's not the only decision you're making. Is it going to hold? Come here. Is it going to hold? Is this going to hold? Or is it going to be a sweep? Right? Are they going to go up here, run the liquidity? Right? So that's why this is such a fucking well, pardon me. These locations like this, again, I try and make it like, you want to have some enjoyment here. Yeah, we're all here to make money, but you don't want to be in a fucking stress bomb the whole time. Like, fuck, well, is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? Right? That is not fun. Believe me, I've done that, right? Where you're just down on the fucking 15-second chart, right? You're like, oh, it's not. You got to chillax a little bit on this, right? And so it has to be like, this kind of, I kind of like this process, right? You got to like the analysis. You got to like the puzzle. If you don't like the puzzle, wrong business for you. And if you can't accept that kind of risk, because, well, shit, I don't want to be wrong. Again, if you can't stomach being wrong more than you're right, wrong business for you. Let somebody else manage your money. You got first thing you got to accept. You're going to be wrong when you're right. Period. Period. I don't care if you're Paul Tudor Jones. You're going to be wrong more than you're right. Period. If you can't embrace that and say, well, fuck, all right, I can handle that. Wrong business for you. Too much risk for you? Whoa. What are you looking for? Oh, this AI bot that I heard is never wrong. Boy, is that filling my feed lately. Don't. It's just, there's no easy money in here. Never has been. Never will be. You got to take the risk and you got to accept the outcome. Just don't do this, right? So fucking simple, right? Okay, how else can we simplify this, right? If you're gonna trade in a range like this, here, let's do it this way, right? Where do you want to trade, right? This is a little market structure. Don't you want to trade in where it's on sale? Where is it on sale? Where do I not want to trade? When it's at full retail. No. What? No, I sell up here. I buy down here. We want to sell it at retail, but duh. Right? Not to be condescending, but sometimes you have to fuck. Okay, let's start some habits. Okay, I'm going to try and buy when it's on sale. When is it on sale? That's one thing about whether we're looking at measured move like this or an Elliott structure or just market structure. You want to, it's so tempting to go, fuck, I'm going to long that. It's so tempting. Right here. Maybe that's the 3 here. And we got come here. Where's my wave 4 here? Maybe this is 3, 4. I'm gonna buy it. Well, if you're buying it there, then you have to reframe that. You've got to reframe that. It's got to be here. Let's get these out of here. Right? I'm not saying never buy a 38 and only buy under the 50, because if you reframe that, here's the last pivot, right? We reframe that. Oh shit! So now hopefully you can see that. Okay, well, here's the swing. Here's the low that gave me this high. So here's my discount now. Now here, okay. Yeah, now I can buy that because I've reframed that range. Now you could be wrong. Obviously you could be wrong. But at least you're sticking to a trading plan of okay, well, I buy them when they're in the discount zone. Just that alone, I swear, I promise you, will do miracles to your P&L. It's so tempting right here. I'm gonna YOLO that. Quick trip to needing to refund your account. So shit, god damn, I'm fucking wordy today. Okay, so I guess we got that handled. I haven't even gotten to the third one here. Jesus, I gotta slow down here. What else do we have here? I don't even know what this is. Alteryx. Never heard of them. Does that matter? Not to me. I don't give a flying fuck what they're doing. All right? I shouldn't say it that way. If I was going to take a long-term position, I'd want to understand a little bit more about what the company does. But as a technician, I don't fucking care what they do, right? Is there a setup here? Well, the first thing I see is, boy, talk about some imbalance. Whoa. Okay, well now are we respecting this, right? Is that what's happening here? Again, right? Again, I promise you, we didn't set this up in advance. What happened here? What's that? You think maybe that's that's Jesus. If I put here, let's take this one out. If I put, just to show you this, if I put Sonar Labs on here, because they have this, just to help you, right? If you have trouble seeing it here, equal highs. Right, so this is an obvious location for a stop run, right? What do they call it there? I think they call that a stop hunt. Stop hunt. They literally tell you what just happened there. Now, do I need software to tell me what happened there? No, but is that kind of, if you're buzzing through 50 charts, it's an efficiency. Oh shit. Okay. Well, great. All right, got to spot it here. What's this right here? Well, here's a supply zone. What's this down here? Demand. Okay, so let me pull back. Okay, let's get back at it. Okay, so what's he setting up here? Volume's a little gnarly there, right? So big dumps, right? Here's an attempt to bring it back, right? Now, Okay, so what's happening here, right? Is this, oh man, we didn't get everything filled here, right? Is this absorption, right? Or somebody had to, why doesn't it keep falling? Somebody absorbed. Somebody said, okay, I like that price. That's low enough. Is it on sale? Are they in the discount zone? Yeah. Look, God damn, I swear, we did not set this up. So we break up here, right? We come right to the edge, right, of this imbalance, now back down. Do you think that maybe? Well, it's got to make sense to you, right? You can't just magic box, I buy it. Do you think maybe there's some unfilled orders here? Whoa, look, whoa. But we got right into this, rejected, right? Again, it's not just going to be to the moon. Oh, shit, we unfilled orders off to the moon, right? This is a fist fight down here between bulls and bears. And often you see this as the market is trying to turn because you have this battle, which it's not between people, it's between algos. Well, where can I get liquidity? Down here? Oh, I got equal lows down here. Oh, up here, I got equal highs up here. What's down here? Oh, sweep the low, right? We broke the algo. We broke this sell side algo here, so this is all broken. We can take this out of here. So now we're just working off of supply and demand. Okay, what else might you look at here saying, okay, well, here I got a couple of pivots up here. Well, I'd start dominant. Start there. It looks like that's not going to be enough. Let's just get golden zone on there. I'd start there. Now, secondary pivots. What I'm really seeing here is how aggressively, right? I mean, was this, not only are stops getting triggered here, but you got very aggressive selling. Duh. But absorbed. Right. It had to be absorbed, right? Or otherwise, we're going to zero. Okay, so here's the classic. God, it's really pretty textbook. Okay, down here, do we have unfilled orders? Oh, good reaction. Oh, did we get them all filled? Oh, maybe not. Now, right, I've said this before. With the supply or demand zone, it's not like they get stronger the more times they get tapped. It's quite the contrary, right? The more times they get tapped, they're eating up those orders, right? It's like Pac-Man. Eat them up, right? And so if this is going to hold and be a good trade, we need to get the fuck out of here, right? This has got, it can't just, oh, fuck. Never the first click. We can't just linger here for too long, right? Assuming, right, that would make me uncomfortable because I don't know what's coming out of there. I would just bail, right? So I want to see this shoot out of here because the idea is we're going to come down here, fill these orders, and we're going to come out of here. So if we linger down here, I'd be a little tenuous about, I might still take a small piece, right? Just because it's good TA and we can see where the supply is. But this is not broken down here. Tapped once. So some people will tell you, oh, that's mitigated. Right? Anything that was down there that needed to be eaten has been eaten. Right? We come back down again, less likely to hold. Right? We got an algo here with a target, don't we? Don't we? Remember, always one on the other side. We sure do. We got anything bigger we have to worry about? Oh, fuck, come here. Possibly. Oh, this looks like this is too far, but let's check it. So I can guess myself. I can't make this shit up. Where's the target? So if it's going to break, again, back to I got to understand it. I can't just trade magic lines and boxes. Okay, why would it break? Oh, I got double algos here. I got one with this target. I got another one, right? So you're fighting. Right, see, it's easy to go down here and say, oh, okay, lows in, algo. Wait a second. Wait, who am I fighting here? Well, it's very, very, so what he's teed up here is very counter trend. I'm not saying it's not a good setup. I'm just saying, understand the context, right? You got to go back and say, what am I fighting here? Of course, that doesn't mean we can't get through, but at least now I can understand why. Why is the struggle down here? Why are we consolidating down here? Why can't I rally? Why can't this equity rally here? Supply and demand, right? Supply and demand. Want to push that down. So this one, I'd keep the size lighter on this, right? Still perfectly valid. but you can understand what you're fighting against. How do we get out of here, right? We don't have, I don't think we do. I think we already broke these. We don't have anything here. Yeah, just wicks. That's the highest high there. It's not broken. So what do we have here, right? Welcome to trading 2020. Well, it's been going on for a long time, right? Welcome to current trading conditions, right? Algos battling. I don't like that red. That's all we got. We got a fist fight between algos here, right? This sell side, buy side. Who's got what? Okay, so here we are again, back to the only thing that we ever have to ponder. Is this going to hold? And we're going to go here, or are we going down here? That's it, right? That's the question right now, right? There it is, right? That's the whole question. Is that going to hold, right? Because I think CN Salazar thinks here, reasonable chance it's going to hold, so we take the trade. What's the expectation? We're going to break this high. We're going to go get that target. That's it. Trading at its essence. That's all it ever is. I'd nibble here, and then I'd want to see, if it's me, CN, I'd want to see a good 5 come out of here. And then I'd be back here waiting. Okay, maybe I got an order block down here, right? Maybe I've got, come here, right? So, right, do you see how a 2 could be your order block here, the last down before we launch here? So potentially, if we're coming down in an ABC, oh, shit, man, this is some unfilled orders here. Up we go, right? And that's the launch. This sets it up. This brings it back down. Bears, they're thinking, oh, right. What are we thinking? The only thing we're ever thinking. Is it going to hold? That's it. It's the whole game. All right. I think we got everybody there. Okay, Colt wants Tilray. Okay, so let's do that one. TLRY. Tilray. All right, Colt. I think Colt's a new. For some reason I don't, or maybe he just doesn't post them. It might be a new member. Okay, so let me get. Let's take the volume off just for a sec here. All right, so what do I got happening here? So I'll go to a day. Well, all right. So I know why they do the 24 because you don't get the gap. Okay, so let's. Yikes. Okay, well that's a little shot of green sprouts. Do I want to be? Yep, I think I need to be log. All right, let's back up here because this is, that is ugly. Do I need to do it? What do you think's right there? I haven't looked at this in years. Now, I don't know. I don't know what's there. Whew. That's gnarly. 2 through, wow. Okay, so immediately my mind, right? I go, why? Why? What was there? What's there? Right? I mean, that will bother me until I figure it out. Why? All right, well, certainly it was. Is that earnings? It's likely a pre-earnings pump dump. That's likely what. Right. So okay, now I can at least get my head around and go, okay, logically I can understand why that happened. Up on earnings, down on the results. So I buy it, get the news, dump it. What did they go to there? Let's go to 707. You know, I mean, really, you could, if they were accumulating here shorts, you could take the whole thing, right? The last swing up, think of it that way. Oh, here. All right, is this what happened here? So that's the easy way to look at a potential supply zone. Excuse me, where, okay, it's pushing up before this massive drop. Unfilled orders up here? Could be. All right, so then you just start digging around. It's going to be there somewhere, right? You're going to find it. It's always there. Always. Okay, all right, so here it is, right? 1, 2, third target, pump through on. It's like, whew, that is ugly. All right, it's Tilray. zero is a ways to go here, right? But these algos, right? And there's going to be algos in here, guaranteed, right? These are probably all right there. Let's go back to our golden zone. Get you on the pivot. There it is. Looks like that might be a 50, right? It's just going to be nonstop, right? This is the process, because what are we trying to do? Okay, what did it do last, and how dominant, how technical are we in here, right? Okay, well, this was earnings related, news event. Think of it that way. Okay, well, all right. So what? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? And not any question about what the trend is, right? Just bring up the chart. Okay. Oh fuck, come here. Let's get down to the hard right edge. We just had another earnings. Oh, Jesus. No, pardon me. That's not earnings, is it? Yeah, it is. That must be today. They've either had it or they're about to release it. They don't release it midday. All right, maybe they've already got those earnings are out, or maybe they came out last night. Okay, so the needs higher and higher low to start with. PK. Does RSI really help in trading? Yes, RSI does help in trading. Right. So now, if you study RSI, and Andrew Caldwell probably pioneered this more than anyone, so right, he's considered the kind of the master of RSI. His stuff is not inexpensive, so I'm not suggesting you run over there and buy his stuff, but you can find lots of his stuff online. And the only point I'm going to make to you, if you want to really develop a skill set with RSI, it's not the 80, 20, 70, 30, it's the 50. It's the 50, right? So what you're looking for with RSI here, I'm digressing here because I just happened to spot that. This is the move, right? Or this is the move, right? These are, well, remember, just by design, right? If you're buying something down here, you're going very counter trend. If you buy it here, trend's now established. So we can look here. Okay, on a 24-hour, what did we do? We came right to the edge of that order block and launched, right? Looks like that's a news launch. So I'm out of things to say about it, right? So there literally goes into the, right. So two things to note. That's not the 618. Anyone who's like, oh man, I read that if you just put your stop on the other side of the 618, you're okay. No, that's why I started adding the 65, because I kept seeing that happen over and over again. I said, they're running the stops down there. Where are they taking it to? 65. Now I see people that it's all over the internet, right? It's funny. Okay, did they get paid here? Did the algo get paid? Yep. Was it technical? Boy, look at that. Right. So what's the thinking here? Well, here's the last swing high. Oh, shit. Do I have it? All right. So, God, I'm just terrible with that. Oh, let's just call it liquidity, right? So we've got a swing high here. What do they do here? Grab the liquidity, take it back down. What happened? We come right to the demand zone here. Where is why is this a demand zone here? Because this is the last swing lower. So the expectation is that that's accumulation. Another way, right? An easy way to check it. Here that's what I will often do. I kind of want to see what's down there. Okay, so here's the edge of the value area. So again, I need logic. I can't trade magic boxes. Okay, so all right, do I have evidence here that there was accumulation here? It's not bad. It's not like it doesn't look like this, right? Then I'd be a little concerned, right? Where do I see this? At the fair value gap, right? Because there's no business down here. Down here, that looks like that could be accumulation. Now, what's happening here? Now, here we go. We get legs. We get legs out of here. Now, what? Let's see how we look here. Right to the 50, secondary. Now, I go secondary because I'm looking, right? I say, I don't know what they used, but I didn't want until I find it. Did they use this? Probably. Did they use this as well? Possibly. We don't know, right? I know they use this. Okay, from here to here. Oh, okay. Where am I? Right? I'm in no man's land. Look at the volume profile here. I'm right. You see, I'm in the big imbalance, right? So what's happening here? Now, so your question becomes, hey, were there, never the first time. Were there a bunch of unfilled shorts here? Look at this, right? What's the market trying to do, right? Find liquidity. What's sitting right here, right? Oh, boy, any stops here just got obliterated. So we're coming back here. We're in this imbalance, right? Again, look at the volume profile. There's nothing there. This is all. So what you're seeing here in Sonar Labs is this is their trend line liquidity. So the thought being, as we come down here, each one of these pivots, if we say, oh, shit, well, you get the idea. All right, so we look... I never get the first click. Here. Stops, right? Stops are going to be there. So we run these here. We run these here. I know, hindsight, right? So you're sitting right there. Are you going to buy that? You going to buy that? Very reasonable. I say again. Oh, here, we can use it this way. Right? Are you buying it on sale? Well, considering where we've come from, right? But remember, we want to try and frame it. Are we buying it on sale? Yeah, we're buying it on sale. RSI climbing. You got probably some sort of an ugly. Probably got some sort of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some sort of an ugly diag, right? Diags often at the turns because there's a fight between bulls and bears. Okay, look, okay, right? So is that 1, 2 start on 3? Could be. Got some heavy lifting to get through, right? You got to get through. There's a fucking algo sitting right there. You know that. Got to get through that. Oh shit! Where? Let's see. Oh, that's the prior one. All right. Maybe, right? That's a sloppy, I'd have to go down to a smaller time frame, but it's a good looking start for this golden zone trade. Oh, well now you're looking here, if you're looking at this, right, let's get all this out of here. Okay, so how about reasonable targets? What are we looking for? Well, we know where the supply is, but first you got to clear all this imbalance. You got to get through that. I mean, so your hope is that this is a 1, 2, right? That you've gone 1, 2, and we're working on the 3, 4, 5, right? That's what you're after. Now, can you get through that supply? No one knows, right? We don't know. Maybe 1, B, C, 2, right? It's certainly it's a good launch. Oh shit, let's go to a 4-hour here just for fun. 1, 2, 3. Well, okay, so we can look at this and we can be somewhat objective. Is this some sort of a fuck? Almost doesn't matter, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I gotta get 5 here. Have to, right? If this is going to hold as a 1, 2, that angle is probably going to be too sharp. But I got to get a 5 here. Have to, right? Or this thing breaks down, and then you're thinking, oh shit, A, B, C, right? That's the trade-off, right? With an A, B, C, you never know, is it A, B, C, or is it 1, 2, 3 until we see what happens at 4, 5, right? So that's where context matters. We're sitting here in this order block. We've been through on a wick. Rejected back in the order block. Now, or pardon me, I shouldn't say it that way. Supply zone, right? It's been broken and mitigated. So as we come back, potentially you've got a flip zone here. So we come back, right? So this now potentially be your support, right? So maybe you're getting out of here with something like this to get you up here. Now, if you're want to trade Tilray, you don't have you kind of missed this move. Right, but you don't fret that. I can do it this way. If we're coming up here to this supply up here, and we get through this so do you see what has to happen? We have to get through the fair value gap, then we got to break through the supply that's up here. Now it's not huge. Another one up here. Oh, well, here's a good example where you can see it, right? So we come down here. What do? We retrace right to the fair value gap, right to the imbalance. What happens next? So when you can combine ideas like this with technicals, right? Whoa, I'm in the fair value gap. If I can break that, oh, maybe I'm going higher. We get into the gap. I'm in the pocket here all the way down. Now we get out of that. Well, what? Okay, it's not like, oh, okay, well, I can see I've got a good candidate here for a low. Just that. I got a good candidate for a hard low at what is their all-time high, right? At $1.46. Okay, so if this is the one, what am I looking for next? Elliott 101, 5s followed by 3s. Now this could get complex, but at the end of the day, we're looking for a 3. 26 different types of corrections, but at the end of the day, it's a 3. If I get that 3 and I'm in the discount, take the trade. What else, Colt? ACB, I have no idea what that is. ACB. Oh, I think Colt likes his cannabis. I will not comment beyond that. No telling who's on. Okay. Colt likes cannabis stocks that have been in deep downtrends. excuse me. Checking the market here. Okay, so Colt. Boy. Can that get worse looking? I don't know that can get any worse. Maybe we go to the weekly and get worse. Well, there's the 3-day. Where's my history? Whew. Well, I guess you could really lean into the idea that you're buying it on sale. You did have a nice impulse, right? Well, that's a good example, right? Just because you have an impulse doesn't mean it can't be broken, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like, oh. So it looks like you have to do this as W. Fuck, how are you going to do this? A, B, C, W, X. You're looking to get a 3 out of that. Whew, that is one ugly stock right there. But it certainly is on sale. Okay, what do we got? Anything that might be a... Boy, until we get some change of character, Colt, I wouldn't go near that. Now, I say that. You could... if for whatever reason, right? Maybe you're a customer. Whatever reason... I mean, you could probably talk yourself into, well, if I like this long term, I'm certainly buying it at a discount. There's no technical reason here to buy this, right? There's just lower, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower high. It's just relentless downtrend. But, what do we got here? They're selling shit to provide incremental revenue and cash flow. So, right, obviously they need a little cash flow. It does look like you're finishing in a 5, right? So, but shit, man, I'd want to get on some of this, right? At least break that swing, right? Give me what would that be, right? So that would give you your change of character. Here's the last swing, right? So you'd get a chalk here. Give me the change of character here, just to show me, okay, the downtrend is starting to, okay, maybe there's a little bit signs of life here. Get on the other side of that, and then you'd have a supply zone here. I don't think I'd go too hard there unless you have insight into the long-term prospects of that company. Okay, next up, I've got Sensei PK with a little commentary from James M. So this is two of my very best senseis. And GRT. Now these guys, I full disclosure, am very, very long in GRT off of influence from these guys. All right. Not exclusively, but I trust their judgment and I trust their TA. So I'm very long in here. All right, so let's see how we're looking. All right, so this is PK, right? As you guys will remind you, he's my most credentialed Elliotician, level 3 certified Elliotician. So when he gives you a count, pay attention, right? So it looks like we've got well, it's not atypical, right? We've been in this here. Let's go back a little bit. Long downtrend, right? So nice geometry here. This is coming up a little short here, but we're getting, well, this is, you can kind of use this as an example here. Excuse me. So we're on the other side of a channel, just like the other side of the trend line. What is that, right? That's trend line liquidity. So this, see, that's right, again, it's sad, but it's just true, right? Until they learn, everybody has to learn the hard way. Who's buying that? Likely retail traders, right? So, oh, breakout, here we go, breakout, right? What's more likely happening there, considering the wick, right? Liquidity, right? So there's your trend line liquidity grab. And how can you have certainty there? Look what comes off of it. Now, when you're right here, do you know that? Well, I'd be suspicious of it. What else is there? Right, simple process. Wiki. What does it look like they did there? It looks like they just grabbed this liquidity here. So you always, okay, either way, it's moving, right? Where's the liquidity? Where can they go get liquidity, right? You better find it or you're going to be it, right, as they say, right? Oh, does that look like maybe? Oh, look at the double. This is the double pump, right, where retail just gets bent over here. Oh, they broke the golden zone. Shit, I can buy it. Well, in first place, this is dumb. Well, pardon me. This shows inexperience on two fronts, right? You don't want to buy the break, especially if it's just wick. You don't want to buy the break of the golden zone. If it's going to break, what you really want is for it to get a little further, and then you take the next one in that direction, right? That's what you're hoping for. Oh, fuck. Here, if I can get this thing. Right, you'd be looking for it here when it comes back to the break, right? That would be the ideal, right? Again, right? There's only two questions in trading: is which side's going to hold, this side, and which side's going to break. Is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? Right? That's trading. That's all there is. So this is just where's the liquidity, right? Now you could have said, oh, it's up here, but that's in SMC speak, that's inducement, right? What are they trying to induce? They're trying to induce buyers here to take it. WXA. Okay, we'll think of it. You might have been thinking 1, 2, 3, but it would have been, so you'd been putting the Y here. I suppose that's not a terrible thought, that you would have been thinking, oh, WXY is in, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? It's never easy, right? Again, no easy money in here. Anyone who tells you there is just trying to pick your pockets. 1, 2, you could have thought that easily, right? With that rejection wick, holy shit, time to get out, right? It did not happen. And close, definitely did not happen. Right, now you start to combine, some of this just comes with experience and screen time, and like, oh, okay, well, they need liquidity. If they were to take it lower, they may have to take it higher first. Again, where's the logic? Okay, WXY, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got a very, very solid candidate here. Oh, hang on, shit. Seems silly for me to be analyzing, but so you guys learn. Cannot make this stuff up. Where do we go? Swing low, swing high, golden zone. So with that reaction there, we give advantage bulls, right? That was the last. Well, actually, I didn't get this because I didn't see it. I think I got it here. Because I thought, oh, hey, I was actually initially thought this was 1. I thought it was ABC 1, but that looked more like a 5. So I started getting, was not sure what we had, and then we saw this, and anyway, I got a pretty meaty size position in here. Okay, so 1, right? Candidate. It's just a candidate. 1, 2. Got to put them somewhere. Oh, let's go to blue here. Okay, 1. What are you giving me there? You're giving me the 707. Okay, so let me go to 707 here, just so I can see it a little better. Okay, so we're coming. So we're not quite to the golden zone. We're struggling at the 50. So swing low, swing high. There's 5 down. Triangle B, A, B, C, D, E into the B, 1, 2, looks like we're not done yet, right? So if this is going to finish here, we're looking to do it in a 3. Now triangle is part of the 3, so A, B, He's using the wick here for the demand zone here for the untested order block, right? So this is just beautiful layout, just beautiful setup. One to keep an eye on, right? So it's worth doing a little research on what they're doing, right? Some people call them the Google of crypto. Likely a long-term player. All of crypto is likely, right? Likely a long-term player. Okay, so we have all of the ingredients here. Now, what's the last piece, right? Let's get a little geometry on here. Well, he's giving us geometry, pardon me. He's giving us geometry through the channel here with these multiple breaks. Now, we gotta break and leave it behind, right? Because each one of these, right, you could deduce is just liquidity. So we got to get out of here. So what can we do to stack the odds? Well, a golden corner, not a bad play. If it goes deeper and we tip into that order block, we still get a corner. We don't get a golden corner. Right, but well, essentially we're valid until we break this 65 down here. So bull's ball. Even though we're going through this correction, this is where Elliott is an advantage. It just is, right? Okay, can you say, oh, swing higher high, higher low, higher high, well, higher low, higher high. Okay, what happened here, right? We start change of. Let's get in there, right? Just again, I sometimes this language is helpful. Okay, we're making higher highs and higher lows until what happens here? Well, really, you could say right here, right? We break here, so you get, oh, wait a minute, oh, something changed. Something changed. Boy, the character of this trend has changed. Change of character. 1, 2, 3, 4, triangle 4, right? So this whole zone, so you can almost look at this and say, boy, oh, just for fun, right? Let's just do it this way. All of this, where's the POC? You see, so I'm looking here, I'm going, wow, that's a lot of triangles. Here I got triangle 4, triangle B. Wonder why. Again, I got to understand it. It's got to be logical. It can't be magic boxes. Okay, well, why? Why so much triangle here? It's where all the volume is being done, where all the trading, where all the business is getting done. At the POC, right? I mean, it's not, again, there's usually you can, if you peck at it long enough, you'll go, oh, I see. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do here with these live streams. Oh, I want you to have those I see moments. I mean, I have them all the time, right? I still, right? I learn something damn near every day. You never master it. Never. Right? Perfection, unattainable. Don't even try for it. It's improvement is what you're after. Knowledge, new improvement, most of us, the biggest problem is, right, we overtrade, right? Too much trading, too much risk. That's 99.9% of people that aren't successful. That's why. It's not that their TA wasn't good. It's that they were sloppy over here. Too much risk, too much size, right? I can't handle being wrong more than I'm right. All those kind of issues here. But this is pretty, okay. Okay, heads up. So what he's giving you here now is you've got your entry, golden zone, right? But allowing for this to come lower if they need more volume. Liquidity, maybe we say it that way. If they need more, never forget, outgo on the other side. Didn't quite make it. Excuse me. Up, oh, just front run. Where's the target? Maybe that's a little hard to see. Here's the swing. Here's the golden zone. Where's the target? Right at the order block. We got a bunch of here. Let's go just declutter that a little bit. I don't know if that made it any better. Right, so we know here we've got an algo target right here at the demand zone. At a high volume node, again, not a magic box. Pull it over here. Can you understand why you might anticipate finding some unfilled orders here? Look at the moonshot that came out of here. Whew. Oh, for coming back down here, well, good chance there's two things. One, there's unfilled orders there, but also, boy, if you're looking to park some size somewhere, wouldn't that be a spot you'd look to do it? You're not going to do it right here, right? You're looking for, oh, there's a nice big wall of, well, again, look right here. What happened here? You think they ran the stops? How do you know they ran the stops? Look what came off of it. Great setup. Great shit, I might add. I may. I'm pretty fucking long, but I may add there if that comes in just right there. Fuck, that's gorgeous, right? So and where you could, well, I'd want to put my stop here, so that would affect how much I would add and what kind of risk reward I'd be after. Prior 1, it's not crazy. What would we have here? Let's see if we get golden zone or there. Shit, I went high on that one. $7.5 to 1. That may be more risk than you. Well, so if you're going to do that and give it that much risk, then you got to reduce your size. Period. Don't, you have to do that in math. Say, oh, how much of my account am I putting at risk here? Now, the alternative would be if you're trading spot. Okay, you just want to accumulate. You're not worried about getting stopped out because you're comfortable holding it. Different story. If you're trading with leverage, you better put a stop on it, or you're going to have an unpleasant experience. Okay, this is just beautiful work from PK. I don't think there's anything else to add there. That's just a beautiful looking setup, right? So now we don't know that we're going to get it. We have all the ingredients. All the ingredients are right there. Got an impulse. Well, pardon me. I got a diag. I got a complex 3. I got another diag. Do I get a diag? No, pardon me. I get an impulse here, right? That we don't overlap, right? As you can see that. Right, here's the 1. This is the 4 that matters, right? So we get an impulse, combo, diag, combo. Go. If you're looking for a trade, well, so then I would come back to you and say, why would you not take that trade? You like something better, or you're out of ammunition. Only 2 reasons. That's a beautiful setup. All right, boy, okay. So James M. $. Okay, Dr. John also always comes through whenever I ask for content. Appreciate that, Dr. John. Okay, what do we? Here, I got to do it this way. How are we doing? Fed news yet? Fed on notification? Guess not yet. Well, pretty close. Sorry, I'm getting pinged on my watch. Okay, so let's go. What are we doing here, Dr. John? Oh, market is coming down a bit. Califax. Oh, pardon me, Calix. Calix. No idea what they do. All right, I'm going to do this just because I just have it. Just clean it up a little bit, so it's just easier on my eye. Fuck, I gotta go out to a daily here, John. So I'm gonna guess you didn't give it to me in log. Would be my guess. Something weird there. Why? What's wrong here? Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, I forgot. He puts his indicators up here. That's why that was looking weird to me. Okay, well, here's a shock. My God, who would have ever suspected that? Has there been a chart I pulled up where we couldn't find it? I mean, now there's been a couple today where we went through. Right? It's not like every golden zone holds. But boy, when you see that, it's been really striking. Like I look at that and I go, how could you ever bring up a chart and not look for that again? How could you see this? And shit, some of these guys have been with me for 4 years. You think they don't look for that? I mean, if you've seen 5 minutes of my content, I'd be very clear. I did not discover this. Right? This is not my discovery. Well, a retrace to 618, that's as old as the hills, but it's the targets, right? It's the fib targets, right? That's David Halsey's work. You don't have to discover. I didn't discover Elliott Wave either, right? Or market geometry or SMC. You don't have to be the pioneer of it to take advantage of it. Boom. Okay, now, not only... It's funny. I know after the fact, right? Not only are we going into the golden zone, you think they're sweeping the stops here? Little wiki. Not unusual down here, but that's, you'll note there, that's wick only. Well, what are those, right? That's rejection wicks, right? Tweezers. Tweezers. What do you think they're doing here? Why do you think that's happening? Right. Well, you could draw it this way. All of this, I'll do it here. These are grabbing liquidity. Okay, if we're going to go up, we got to fuel up. How do we fuel up? We got to take it down. Grab some stops. Now we can go up. That's the fuel. One. Oh, I'm guessing he means here. Right? 1, 2, 3, WXY into a 5. A, expand the B. That's good work. A, B, C. That's clean. 1, 2, 3. Oh, fuck. That got a little wacky here. Order block right there. You can just see it. No, I'd do the whole thing. Right, because these are inside bars. Right, up. W. Just have it. I put them in green. A, B, C. A, B. What's not to like here? Nothing. Okay, so I got well, ABC into a golden zone with accumulation and a stop run. Now I come off of that with 5. Do we need this? Can we? 1, 2. You'd have to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC, I guess that flies. This is a clusterfuck right there of, oh, let's go to 24 hour. All right, well, we still got a gap here. Right, so what's happening here? They're just filling the gap. Okay. All right, let's go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. I like that. This looks like it's got more to go down here. Now, okay, so where I started. What is the only question going on to anyone who's trading this right now? Right, or any bull? Is it going to hold? Every pivot, that's the question. That's it. That's all there is. Is it going to hold or are we going to break? Well, you do the same thing going the other direction. Right, and this is where you got to have some context and a little knowledge. And is it going to hold or is it going to break? These are the only decisions we make. That's it. Okay, well, if we think this is a WXY, when it goes A, well, B, a little tricky, right? Because we could expand the B, but you wouldn't. Oh, PK probably check me on this, but you don't want this second X going beyond the first X. Right, preferably, or fuck, has that ever happened? Yeah, of course, right? But you'd prefer the AB to stay contained within the A wave off of the X. So that's deep, but that's not unusual for a B wave. And then, okay, I got to come down here. What are we looking for? I got to finish in 5. Always, I got to finish in 5. Okay, do I have a good start on it? Looks like a 1, A, B, C into a 2. Looks like I'm starting on a 3, 4, back to the golden zone. Would there, okay, so again, magic lines. Would it be logical, right? Or are they just magic lines? Wouldn't you want to kind of see how it looked down here? Well, that's a little skinny, right? A little skinny. Well, there's some volume that was done down here. I'd call that a demand zone. Where's the demand zone, right? I'd use the whole move down. Right, playing off of that. Here's the gap right here. Then we get business done here. Bring it over. Now it's not quite so much a magic line. We know an algo fired here. Is there any dispute about that? I'm going to guess not. What happened up here on the expanded B? Why do we have expanded Bs? Right, that's a bull trap. Okay, liquidity grab. Fuck, air over here. Just, holy shit. So, was that earning? That had to be something. That was news driven. Somebody got bent over there. out of curiosity, because that's such a harsh toke right there. Oof. Didn't even make the 50. Little order block looks like right there. Little zone right there, right? So this would be more of a base drop, right? So you're coming back to just another type of supply-demand zone. Pulling that over. As we came back to it, that we stall, we got through. Now, okay, we're coming back here. All right, well, here's my value area. That's another, right? There's value, literally value in doing this. Where's the value area? Where's all the business getting done? Am I going to come down here where very little business is done? Well, if I do come down here, if I'm going to come down here and tap into some of this, boy, I'm going to expect that to come out of there in a hurry because there's not a ton of support there. So if this is the path down for a 5, boy, well, I'd be mindful of potential. What's down here? Anybody unclear of what's there? Right? We all know there's going to be stops there. Right? You can't be afraid of a pivot, right? We have to understand there's going to be liquidity there, but if some pivot holds, right? And you don't get it, right? So again, I could just do it on a larger scale. What's the only question we're asking? Is it going to hold? Is the retrace going to stay internal? We could come right to one tick and still go. Is it going to hold? Right, now look at all the complexity that goes into, holy shit, I got a WXY, ABC, I got to finish this in 5, but at the end of the day, that's the only question we're asking. Is it going to hold? Or are we going to break? Same thing you're asking up here. Is it going to hold? When this was coming back, oh, holy shit, look at that thing fly. Is it going to break or is it going to hold? What people buying here, what were they thinking? Oh, it's definitely going to break. Nope. A, B, got to come down for that 5, right? I'd want to nibble here. I'd nibble down here off of that, but I'd want to see, I wouldn't go full boat here. I'd go, okay, give me a 5, right? So I can get a little more conviction here that I've got a good double down here at the golden zone. Give me a little 5. I come back down here. Well, even better, right? If I got 3, 4 like this, what do I want to do here? I want to sweep that liquidity. I want to sweep that liquidity here. Right, so to bend over weak longs, now I'm going to come back down here, and the idea would be that in addition, right, if we launch out of here, we come back down here. Did everybody get filled here? Did everybody get all they wanted to eat down here? Yet again, what's the only question we're asking here? Is it going to hold? That's it. Trading. That's all it ever is. Is it going to hold? If it does, oh, can I buy it here? Well, why do we want to buy it here? Where's my stop? Right here. Or, well, you know, whatever the pivot is. Right? The assumption is the pivot's going to hold. If it does this, you can't go, well, they ran the stop, so it's a 1-2. No. There's only so many rules in Elliott Wave. I mean, I'll bend some rules, but that's one you cannot bend, right? You can't go, 1. Oh, they swept the liquidity. It's it's still a 2. Nope. Can't do that. Got to have rules. There's got to be some framework to it, a rule set. Otherwise, you're just winging it. Okay, thanks for that. Who gave me that? Oh, that's Dr. John. Okay, so that's, I think, your green banana. I'm just waiting for that to come down. We got Fed yet? Yeah, I guess we do. No surprises, right? There's no surprise on what they're going to do. It's just a press conference afterwards. Okay, so let's go to his second one, which is CVS. CVS. Ooh. CVS taking in the shorts. Okay. Pull back a little bit. I'm going to have to go, I got to get more distance here, don't I? Well, let's see. Maybe not. Here's COVID, right? That's their launch point for this entire bull move. Jesus Christ, I never get those I never get first try. Okay, well, this was, you can see it. I mean, there is no place where you don't see this. Swing, oh God, is it going to hold? Is it going to hold? Or are we going to break, right? Is it going to hold? Oh, it held. Boy, when you bring it up like this, you can just kind of frame it. And you kind of look at this and go, okay, what's... Okay, Are we buying it in on sale? Well, here's the discount. Yeah, we're buying it on sale. That looks like it might be a little deep for our friend measure move. Let's take a look here. Do we think we have an impulse here, right? Well, it's certainly not corrective. How far do we get there? Oh, Jesus. God. I'm just terrible with that thing. Who's buying up here, right? What are they thinking? Oh, we're going, man. We're going. Well, it looks like that's a break, right? So it doesn't look like it's done, right? We've broken there. That's fully broken. But that doesn't mean we might not have a low here. I would just call this a double. So oh fuck, it almost doesn't matter, right? Here's what do you think, PK? I think you got to do it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, so this would be right there. So this kind of that could be. Oh fuck, I don't know that it matters. Might have to use this as the 1, 2 of the last leg here. I don't think it matters, right? Impulse. 1, 2, W. Well, we're gonna have to dig in there a little bit. What do we think there, right? If we can try and get some Elliott on this. Can we get a diag into that? At first, sometimes you just kind of throw it up there and see, okay, does it fly? Right? A, B, C, A, some sloppy B. You don't have to overanalyze. You don't have to dig through every little swing. Okay, what's the broad... excuse me, what's the broad swing structure is suggesting? Excuse me. Okay, so call me just crazy, but I want to know why. Why do we stop here? Why, right? Why? That's how I ended up getting so obsessed with the measurement. Why? Why doesn't it keep going? Well, oh shit, dump it. Why don't we just keep going? And by that, I mean, so, back to where I was before, you could say, okay, well, we got far enough down to where value shoppers decided, okay, well, that's a sale I want to participate in. You could make that case. That's not unreasonable. Okay, we're all the way back down here into this 1, 2, right? We held down here, right? Deep retracement here, just like this is a deep retracement. WXY, well, can we clean that up? Well, let's see if we can finish it just easily, right? What you want is easy. I want easy Elliott. I don't want something I have to spend 2 hours diagnosing, right? I want easy Elliott. It's always, if it's drop dead simple, usually most effective. Okay, does that work? Well, I'd want to start stacking, right? What are we looking for? Confluence. What else? What else can I put there? It's a little shaky on the end, but it looks like that's just a stop run. Right? It's not like, oh my God, it didn't stop in the 1618, 175 window. It can't be a 3 or a C. Okay, right. So eventually you'll get your eye trained to where you're looking for this constantly. What would you deduce, right? It's happening right there. And then if you grab this wick, right? I mean, that's mighty refined. The last swing, the last push down before we launch here, we come back down here. Good habit, right? So you're not trading magic boxes. Why? Edge of the value area. Here's all the value, right? Again, I need it to make sense. Or I can't, I don't want to put money at risk. If I don't understand it, I'm not going to trade a magic line. I got to understand it. Okay, well, what can I see here? Well, we've come out of the value zone up here. Where's the next target? Where would, if they were looking for liquidity, right? Oh shit, we don't have enough. We got to go up and grab some more and take it down. Well, that would be the obvious first target. We can see an order block sitting up here. Pardon me, supply zone, I should say it that way. There's a supply zone here. What do we have here? This is your classic drop, base drop. Oh, potentially. Oh, we paused here. Well, let's sit for a second. Same idea, right? Let's just do the same thing here. A little high volume here, vapor here. Look fair value gap, right here, vapor, right? So we come. Look what we do. We come right. So I mean, you got to enjoy this kind of analysis, right? Or this you just be bored to death, right? The fact that I've got 100, I don't know, 200 people watching here. You got to like this, right? You got to like the puzzle. Like, what did they do? Why did they do that? Why did it stop there? You've got to be constantly like, why? If you want to improve, the more you understand, oh, fuck, I see it. Oh, now I get it. Liquidity. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, low. Oh, wait a second. I didn't get a lower low here. What happened here? Boy, something changed here. Boy, the character of this changed. Maybe that's a change of character. Right? Wouldn't that be your first thought? Oh shit, change of character. Right now, that doesn't mean we don't have a structure break yet. We just got the first little inkling of, oh hey, maybe, well, bulls are taking over here. I've got all the conditions I need here for a low, right? Whether I'm trading market structure or Elliott, well, here the Elliott is advantage Elliott. Period. You have an advantage if you're using Elliott here. Okay, so what if this is the low, what do I think that is? Well, I didn't get a new low here. It's deep. Holy shit, is that deep, right? But it can go one tick from it and still be a 1-2. 1-2. We're working on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would, so let's label it, right? So give yourself a roadmap. If it's this, right, we don't fucking know, but it, okay, could be. If it's that, I want to map it out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if I get this, well, maybe they'll go run the. You can tell the story, right? Say, okay, why would it go up here? Well, there's where do they usually go? There's that piece of it. Drop it in here, right here, right? Where's the high? I love it when a plan comes together. All right, where do we usually go for a wave 3? Right here. Where is the liquidity that they'd be searching for? Right there. So you got some people are going to buy it there. Break out. Oh, we swept the high. We'll buy it. Now, if you're an Elliottician, this is why you have an advantage. Now, that doesn't mean that we couldn't just fucking launch out of that. It doesn't mean, that's what I was trying to do, so we couldn't do that. I'm never saying that. But here, oh, shit, look, just grab that liquidity. Now, what are you anticipating? If you get a 1-2 and I get an impulse, what am I anticipating? Holy shit. Maybe I'll get a 3 into a 4. Where am I looking for the 4? Well, oh, God damn it. Come here. If I get it, oh, let's just use that. Let's go to our wave 4. 38, right? Where's my high probability zone? Again, just statistics. Where do they usually go? Wouldn't that be the first, if you were learning Elliott Wave, wouldn't you look at that and go, well, hey, somebody, where do the wave 4s usually go? Well, if you're in our Discord, 300 people are going to tell you 23 to 38, possibly the 50, right? We don't want them to go below that because the probability that we get a good fifth starts to diminish the deeper that 4 goes. So we want it to hold here. We really don't want it to go over the 50. And if you start pushing beyond that, you're going to overlap the 1 and your impulse falls apart. And you're like, wah, wah, I guess I was wrong. Get used to it. You're going to be wrong a lot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, do I get that? Well, look again, what's down here? If I'm going to get that 4, where's that 4 also lining up? Right at the edge of the value. You see how so I started here. I haven't looked at CVS in probably 5 years. Okay, do I need to know what's going on in their earnings projections? Not really. What's the technician's first assumption? Everything that can be known fundamentally is reflected in that price. And then it's just supply and demand. Is the demand, I don't care. More demand than supply. Price is going to go up. More supply than demand. Not hard. Okay. Well, I got so then the next thing I would do here is it's a little, this is too steep for, well, here, if I do it this way. It's too steep for a set of median lines, but the channeling can work here. Now, if we push this high up here, it's not like I lose the channeling. I just shift it. right? Then I go from the 2 to the 4, right? Now I'm looking here, right? So then edge of the channel, all the better. Remember, what's the, see, I'm going to loop back here. When we break a channel here, it's like trend line break. What is that? Trend line liquidity, right? You can think of it that way. Oh, if I do it this way, right? So I get trend line liquidity here, right? If we, broke the trend line. Oh shit, it's going to the floor. Edge of value. Do you think they know that's edge of value? Do you think they see this order block here? Well, that would be a breaker block there. Now you're coming back here, go, oh, perfect. Fuck, take the trade. Take that trade. But have some discipline about your stop. Well, see, this one's easy. This one's an easy trade to take because we invalidate right at the swing high. Right, so you don't have to risk a tick more than that. So there's your trade. Oh, fuck. There's your trade right here. That's your risk. What's your reward? Let's put it together. It's not that hard. I'm not saying it's easy. Never, ever will you hear me say there's easy money in the markets. Ever. Because there isn't. 6 to 1. Nice, John. Good one. What am I going to fight when I come back up? Oh. Okay, all right, so we start to, okay, oh boy, there's going to be a battle here. Oh. I'd probably use all of it. Right, a little, so drop, base, drop, right? So you'd anticipate there'd be some volume here. There'd be potentially some resistance up there. All right, as we come right back into it. The whole process starts all over again. Good one, John. Thanks for that one. This one's got real potential there. I'd be waiting for the 4, right? You're late, you're late here. I'd wait for the 4. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Young Oliver is now Yang Oliver? All right, that's kind of wild. Okay, Yang Oliver. I guess he got tired of being called the youngster. Or maybe he had a birthday. Yang Oliver, oh shit, let's see here. EIX, what do I got here? I got a truckload here. EIX over here. Okay, so now let's get this to load. EIX. Boy, that's making good use of your space there. Okay, so let me let's give this a second to load. EIX. I have no idea what EIX is. Okay, right. So I think Yang Yan, not to be confused with the Young Yan, really took to heart, right, the idea of compression expansion, right? So thus the Bollinger Bands, right? So looks like he's got 2 levels of bands here. And it was interesting what he's doing here. So you only need it on the upside here because the premise is that we're going to come down. So Young Yan. So we've got a 55 and a 200 on his Bollinger Bands. No, I'm doing this only so I can see this in here a little bit better, and remember, or these guys can as well. Not in any way discrediting that these are useful and should be there. I'm I can't see it. Right, it's always easier when it's your own work. What did the market do? I will be shocked. Well, so there's down, right? So now it's free to fly. I'd be shocked if we don't go up, but market shocks me all the time. Okay, so wow, we're on a monthly. So where's COVID, right? Yeah, no, that's the 2000 crash. Shit, we're on a monthly. Holy shit, here's COVID. Here. Well. Yang Yan, I know why he's no longer Young Yan, because by trading a monthly, by the time this is realized, he will be old Yang. Okay, so trading a monthly. All right, so let me get out of here. Okay. 100 years of history. Oh, Edison International. Interesting. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Impulse. Well, certainly you can say that, as I would tell you, Elliott is most effective on higher time frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ABC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why not, right? And we finish with a complete impulse. We don't overlap. So, Jesus, 1, 2, 3. We're working on a 4. He's playing the short side. So the premise assumption, I got to go to a weekly. Holy shit. Well, let's try a 3-day. Good use here, right? I'm glad to see he's got that, right? So he's taking advantage of, here's our POC down below. Oh, it's moving a little bit. All right, so that's visible range. Okay, so just out of curiosity, how do we look here? Now that's the POC on the 50, so let me do it this way. All right, so, well, you know, those measured move stuff, that's not going to work on the longer time frame stuff. Of course not, right? Maybe on a 5-minute, 15-minute, but on a weekly, there's no way. No way it's going to be effective there. What do you think happened right there? Liquidity grab, right? Stops run, right? This would be inducement, right? Oh, you're trying to induce them short. Well, oh, it's going to go through the floor. Okay, let's see if the Elliott here. Oh, god damn, and he's using tiny. Are you using minuscule down here? You are using minuscule. All right, let's come up. Most of the time, these guys are using giant labeling. Young Yan's gone the opposite to the extreme low. Okay, so 1. Well, we got to pay attention here. If this is a 3, we got to pay attention to the 1 high. Right, 1, 2, 3. We're still seeking the 5th. Do we have a target? Is an algo participating? Yeah, an algo is participating. All right, so before we look at the short, let's just make sure we're not stepping on our own, you know what's here. All right, so excuse me, for this to come down, right? Well, there's the obvious break that we need. So you'd be looking for this to come maybe towards that golden. All right, let's push that off for a second and see why he wants to be short here. And I'm assuming this is from the Elliott. So ABC. Is it me? I always find these darker colors are hard to see. Oh, that's sexy. Nice move there, right? A WXY in the B. I had to check that last week that I could do that. Okay, so WXY into the B. Nice work, Young Yan. Drop down, run the liquidity, right? So if we want to take it up, what do we have to do? We got to fuel up. Where do we fuel up? At the stop hunts. All right, there's the fuel. Off we go. All right. So we're on a 3-day here. Let's go down to a daily. I'm going to kill this EMA and that one, just so I can see. All right. So, oh god, we got another WXY in here again in micro. Let's go to fuck. Let's take that up a little bit. Okay, WX diag. What do you call that? A flat 3, 3, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I know Elliott Wave is only for 20 years ago. You're not going to see it out here now these days. Of course not. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on that. So WAB. All right. So what's the premise? Premise would be that that's not going to break. Let's go to yellow. Okay. Right. So here we are once again. The only trading decision we ever make, is it going to hold? Or is it going to break? Right? That's the decision. That's the trade he's setting up, right? Is it going to, right? Which side is going to break? This one or this one, right? So we're constantly putting the market into a range. Okay, if he's selling up here, can we all agree he's selling with it at a premium? Let's go down a little bit lower. Let's see if we have a good finish there. That looks like inducement, right? So this looks like this is a source of liquidity right here, would be my guess. It's not the cleanest looking finish, right? Yeah, that looks like an ABC actually. It's not what we wanted to find there. Secondary, maybe. looks like a 5. All right, so it does look like you're finished here. So I can't say I love that. Well, you'd be working off of this premise, right? So that this is schlop is what it is, right? So you'd be looking at, so well, let's mark it. You're expecting that to hold. If I'm right on that pivot. This is the piece that's a little tenuous. Right? Is that really a 1, 2? Are we going to dig the 4 in there? You might have to. Can't say I love that part of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's better. A, B. Well, it's deep. Let's go in there. Right? So let's, here just for fun, just make it faster, right? Because I'm mindful of all y'all's time. Okay, let's see if we can get, we come up with here. So we got supply up above, demand down below. There's the, well, here, right, they do it for you, right? They mark the premium and the discount for you. Here's the liquidity. They did that as well. So again, you don't need to use software to do it. It's just an efficiency tool, right? Makes it faster. Okay, we're in the discount here, or pardon me. We're in the premium up here. All right, so if we want to sell it, we're selling it in the right zone. Our risk reward is going to be very friendly. We don't want this to break. I suppose, shit. Could it and stay clean? I really don't want that to break. Let's go back to an 8-hour here. Let's see where that X comes in. Oh, fuck. Come on. Just out of curiosity, right? You got to check, right? Check twice. Cut once. Too high. But it's good over here. So that side is clearly broken. This side is in play. So this side is broken. This side's still good. Look where that target is. W. Can we do that, PK? I don't think we can go W. I don't think we can expand the X beyond the 3. Well, maybe we can if we're doing it as a B. I can't remember. Shit. This is where our handy Elliott guides are. Or you can reach out to a level 2 or 3 certified Elliotician. I don't. No flats in double zigzags as actionary waves. So, see, now that's the kind of comment that PK gives me, where I can go, okay, no flats in double zigzags as actionary waves, right? That's the kind of counsel you'll get, if you want to join us, right? You don't have to be in the belt system. You just come in the Discord. He'll hand you your questions. So this is a tricky one. What I see is just a big range. I'd want to be out of this range. That's just a lot of, this is just again kind of, let's frame it this way. All right, so having done it that way, where we can see the value area of all of this, right? This is a lot of sloppy chop. Edison. All right, so right in here. Okay, so if we're in this, right, below, above, right, well, here's, you don't look at it this way. Well, you don't really have any edge in here. So, but if we were to come back, I'd want to see if we come back here and we get a bounce out of that. I'd want to see that get on the other side of that POC because we got a long way to go. So you're going to have to come down here towards this kind of action. I can't say I love this one, Young. I get your idea with the Bollinger Bands here. What do we got below? Ooh, RSI here. Some of this I don't recognize. Oh, this is the volatility. Okay, so what we got here? Oh, we got earnings. That's tomorrow. I suppose, right, he's making a play on earnings. Right, on the idea that we're up here at the upper edge of this range here. I don't think, I can't remember, PK. I don't think that X can go up there and break that B unless we're changing this to an AB and expanding the B. I can't remember. AB. It's kind of a YOLO. Like, okay, well, if they get negative earnings, which I have no idea what the expectations are, if they do, okay, well, you're selling in the premium. That's the advantage you have here. I'd be tight on the stops though. I wouldn't let this. Oh shit. I mean, no, I wouldn't let it go beyond that. Because he's playing the short side, right? So he's thinking, oh, that's the 3. This is all the sideways 4. That's a long 4. You could certainly make the case it's not progressing the trend. But yeah, I'd like it better, right, on that long-term count. If we're going to do this and we're going to come down here, at least get out of the no trade zone, then I'd start to look for that. So I'm not saying don't take it by any means, Yang, yeah, Oliver. But I wouldn't sit on it if it pops here. I would go, because that's the temptation, right? Always with options. Well, it's got a little time left here. Let's see what happens, right? Have a firm exit price, right? Well, if it breaks that, I'm out. It's I was an option broker for 10 years. I watched hundreds of people. So, you're a broker back then. You couldn't. Well, you had to just make suggestions, right? You couldn't tell them what to do. So you just say, well, you might consider exiting now. That could get worse. And nobody wants to take a loss, right? So that's the temptation with options. Oh, it's got more time. Let's see what happens. All right, let me keep going here. Pizza Man. Always good to see Pizza Man posting. He pops in and out periodically. Great technician. Been with us for a long time. I think he's a purple. I know he's a purple because he's waiting for the brown. Okay, so this looks interesting. PENN. Okay, this gets more interesting the closer we look. Let's reset here. Holy fuck. What happened to PENN? They got run over with a train. Okay, so let's just wick off. What's that? COVID. This really not relevant anymore unless we pick anything up here. No, we're not. So I'm going to take that one off. Okay, I don't think there's any dispute about what we have there. That's something damn near making a full round trip. Kind of the same idea. It's not hard to do that and go, okay, well, if you wanted to buy it on sale, well, that's on sale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, he's giving us a nice count here, so it's a skinny B. Well, but again, we're back to why, right? So why there? What was happening there? Looks like I didn't draw that too well. All right, here. All right, so equal highs, right? You might look right, something like that, right? But I would draw it over and keep it. So why don't we keep going, right? Did they sweep stops here? How do I know that? Look what came off of it, right? And additionally, right, the real tell is the fair value gap there, right? This is displacement, which is such a gentle way of saying bulls just got bent over there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, A, B, C into the 4. Do we need that? Yeah, I see it, right? So A, B, C. We get an expanded B here, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 4. We get an extension on this, right? Because it would have been very easy to think we were done here, but since we don't get an impulse, we get another expanded B wave. Interesting. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go with it. All right, now talk about a skinny 2. Well, let's draw it up. Any question about what happened here? I don't think so. We could, you'd probably use all of that, right? What are they doing here? I know, always easy after the fact. Always easy, but you got to be able to decipher the history, right? So the next time you see it, you're like, oh, I know what they did there. I know, I shouldn't they, right? It's not they, right? That's all software. I know what the algos did there. They sought out that liquidity. We got supply up here. Same thing, right? Why, right? Be logical, right? It has to make sense. Look right here. Do you think I mean, do I even have to draw the buying profile? You know that there's a lot of business done here, right? Tapped into it here, down. Now, some would tell you, oh, it's mitigated, but we didn't close above it. So they're back here. Oh, we didn't finish our meal. We got more to eat here. So are we doing a diag here? Yes, we are, right? So we're looking for threes. So we're doing our 3 here. ABC, ABC into the 4. ABC into the 5. Excuse me. Okay, so we're looking good there. Nice wedge, right? Ending diag here, right? Which shapes a wedge, right? So this is a classic TA pattern, right? Very reliable pattern, right? So if you looked at, oh, do we have anything below? Right? So look at the divergence here. That's one of the advantages of a wedge. Just curious what the market is. Shocking, right? It's launching. Okay, ABC right down here, right? So we get divergence in the RSI. Right now we're over the 50. Now back to the 50. Okay. I'd be surprised if anybody was surprised that the market's rallying off the Fed. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got a good 1 coming in here. Let's go back here and we'll wrap it up. 1, 2. I'm just going to pull that off a little. So I've got a clean 1, right? So look at all the TA that's here. Okay, so we've got, well, here, this is, I was just drawing this as on sale. We finished the Elliott count. We've got, well, that's a bit far for a front run. So you have to be mindful of that this algo did not get its target. Looks like there might be another one that did get its target. Right there. Note here, it's just, I'm going to push that. Lips of the Vegas wave. Right in the pocket. Right, great setup. Boom. How do we know it's an algo? Straight line to the target reaction, right? That's how we know. It's not this, it's this. All right, so swing, retrace, swing, right? So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower, uh-oh. There's little concern right there. What do we have here? We have a change of character. The character of this has changed. Okay, so that pattern now, oh, right, so what happened? Now we're starting into the correction. Okay, well, this is just a straight line. So there's the, you would want that to be your A, B, right? We don't know, C. All right, so start piecing it together. What do we have here? Imbalance, right? Fair value gap, right? So this bar, oh, that's the advantage of the 24-hour, right? This bar here, imbalance. Everybody understand what that? Why? Right? Right? No, nobody on the offer there. Just going too fast. So if it comes back, what's the theory? If it comes back, oh, where'd my A go? Oh, I thought I drew it. We come back to it. Again, why? Why does it pivot there? I cannot put money at risk unless I understand it. I may be wrong in my deduction, but at least I can go, oh, I can wrap my head around that. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, I get it. Now, look here, right? This is, right, imbalance here is balanced here. Right, so you got this fair value gap followed by this fair value gap, right? So when they disrespect it, well, that's a bit of a tell. It really is. So when you have this fair value gap here that gets blown through, right? Now we come back to it, you know, whether you want to call it a fair value gap, reversal, flip zone, breaker block, whatever you want to call it here, we get filled in. It's disrespected here, right? So they blow right through it. It's like, I don't need your orders. I'm going up now. Maybe I'll tap some of your additional stops here because this is, see, if they're short here and they come back, well, think of it this way, right? If you were short, right, fuck. If you're short right here, oh, fuck, oh, got it. All right, now we're coming back through here when it comes and you're going, shit, man, I thought that fair value gap was gonna be the resistance here. We got through it. When it comes back here, what are they all doing right there? You go, oh, fuck, thank God I can get out. I can buy my shorts back. Oh, my God, it came back. Oh, thank you, trading gods. I'll never do it again. That's exactly what's happening there. It sounds silly, but that's what's happening, right? We've all been there, right? Oh, come on, man. Oh, fuck, I'm upside down on this. Come on back to where I got. Just give me back to break even, right? That's exactly what happened there, right? Again, I got to understand, right? I got to understand why, right? So to me, I can understand it. Now, where's the B, right? Okay, all right, so where's the... Back to the same phenomenon, right? It's over. It's just all we do is say, is it going to hold, right? Is this the A and is this the B? Well, the B is a fucker, right? Because it could go further, right? So, but really what we're looking for is this, right? This is a, caveat of Elliott, right? So the thought being, oh, if they go up and they grab that, this could be liquidity sweep, right? They could do it. So you could still get the B here. It's it's just the reality of the way the market moves, right? So we could still work our Elliott in here with an ABC. I'm going to assume this is here. Oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know what you're doing there. Okay, so let me see. Where do I want that? Now, it can break, right? And we still have a 2, but I want it there because, again, I can understand why it would stop there. Look at the volume profile. Look at the fair value gap. Right, again, bring it back here. This one has already been blown. This one's still intact. Oh, shit. This one's still intact. So if I come here, oh, fuck, fair value gap. I'm on the edge of the value. It's perfect. Perfect. But I don't have this yet. But I sure would be down here. This would be on my radar. If I'm like a pizza man is, if I'm trading PENN or looking for the setup in PENN, I'm mindful that this could go higher. Well, think about this, right? What, as we see it right here, there's nothing says we have to roll over here. It's not like, oh, well, it must roll over. Here's a 50. Did an algo step in there? Most likely. Did they run the stops in the previous swing low? Yeah, they sure did, right? These are 12-hour candles, right? That's a stop run. Here we're coming out of here. Now, we don't know where that's going. But what we can see is without any uncertainty that there's an algo with a target right there. Could that still be the B? That wouldn't be the dream setup, but it could be. Well, so, okay, again, we come back to, wait a minute, this Elliott's fucking me. What do you mean it can go back? No, right? We can be more precise with it because it has to be a 3. Now, you could look there and say, well, wait a minute, what if it keeps going? Oh, well, now what are we thinking? Oh, well, fuck, I guess I was wrong about the B. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay, you were wrong. The only thing that fucks you here is if you don't have any strict money management. You can be wrong and way more than you're right and be very profitable. Again, it's not about being right. That's not why we're here, to be right. We're here to make money, to be profitable. Don't get caught up in like, shit, I was wrong. How is the money management? Are you willing to take it beyond that pivot? Right? You got to make that decision, right? You can't just sit here and go, well, fuck, man, I thought I was going to stop there. If it does that, are you out? Or are you anticipating a liquidity grab? Well, you'd have to, start digging a little deeper. Oh, look, last time we got into the Vegas wave here, resistance. I got a big gap here. Maybe they're going to fill the gap, right? You got to look, always, right? What left? Look left. What else is there? What else would I be dealing with there? Well, fuck, remember, right? Can't ever forget this. Always an algo on the other side. Always, always, always. Always an algo, right? So got to get through that, right? Can I get through that to get to that target? Or is this and the gap here going to be what holds my B? And if it's in a 3, how would you trade that, right? Oh shit, look, oh fuck, man, that makes sense, right? Low volume node, no business done here. Gap, we're filling the gap. We're at that area where I know an algo is going to fire. I don't have to wonder about it. I know it's going to fire. So if I get this, tradable, right? Which is just the same. There it is again. It's the only thing we're ever doing. Is it going to hold, or is it going to launch? That's all we ever do, ever. Well, is it 1, 2? Is that the B? And that's the 1, 2. And we're going to go down 3 for the C of the 2. And then it's the same thing on a larger scale. Oh, come here. Is it going to hold? Or, right? Or we're going to, right? That's it. Ever. That's all we do. Okay. I think I'm done. How are we doing on time? Oh, shit. I'm long. Here in the oh, fuck. Oh, God. If you guys see the market, YM's now 166, right? So, I mean, if you look at the price action in the S&P today, right? It was just, they're crushing the, what do they do? They. What are the algos doing, right? They're sweeping all the weak longs out, right? Because everybody knew what was going to happen today. There was no mystery about what was going to happen. A little tenuous about the press conference afterwards. Obviously, they liked it. We are in. Well, I'll leave you with this thought, right? So, I hear both sides of this. Right? You guys, I'm sure, right? You're reading the financial media. One line of thinking is that AI is so disruptive, is going to be so dramatic in every industry that the Fed can raise 5 more times. It's not going to matter, right? That just the productivity enhancement is going to carry the whole market. And the other question is, can AI carry all 500 stocks higher? Well, look at the market now. Can it carry it? Right. So either we're in a massive AI bubble, and we're probably in the early stages of it, because right now there's really we're just seeing the first glimmers of use cases of AI, right? Other than, oh fuck, you wanted to take your LSATs, right? But productive use cases in industry, manufacturing, software, it's all coming. Is it enough to completely blow up the market? Right? Well, it looks to me, holy fuck, I'd be shocked if we don't have new all-time highs soon, right? And this is the steepest rate hike in 40 years, right? Just relentless hikes, right? You're supposed to be making the market go down. We're going up, and we're about to go to new all-time highs. Again, back to this, just the same thing with TA. Why, in the face of these historic interest rate pumps, right, which are not good for stocks, why is the market still rallying? Technology is the most sensitive to interest rates. Why is it exploding? Is it AI? Be my guess. That's what the market thinks, right? It's going to be enough to carry the entire market higher to new all-time highs in the face of the steepest rate hike cycle in 40 years. It's unusual, right? It's abnormal. But is AI that disruptive? We're going to find out. Okay, guys, I got to wrap there. Thanks to all that hung out. Big thanks to all the members that posted. I appreciate you guys. Anyone who's on here, it looks like all for you guys, right? Anyone who is interested and wants to develop some skill set here, you can always join us, right? You can join us for free. Join us as a Discord member, or you can dive into the belt system, right? Lots of ways to develop this skill set, or you just keep watching videos, right? Maybe you learn, put pieces together, right? It's much of what I did. Okay, guys, have a great afternoon, and I will catch you on Friday.